There is no doubt that Arsenal are facing a busy and difficult summer. There are currently 20 first-team players who are either out on loan or have a deal that expires by the summer of 2023. That's a lot of futures to be resolved and a lot of contracts to be negotiated. So, with that being said, the arrival of Richard Garlick, the club's new director of football operations, will provide some long-awaited support to the technical team of Edu, Mikel Arteta, and Vinai Ventatesham. Garlick, who is a qualified lawyer that specializes in sports law, has previously held important roles with both West Brom and the Premier League. Now, it is Garlick who will effectively act as Arsenal's closer, the man to finish out contract negotiations. So, without further ado, who is Richard Garlick, and how exactly will he be of help to Arsenal Football Club? Richard Garlick is a man who arrives at Arsenal having been involved in many different aspects of the football world. During his time at West Brom, he dealt with everything to do with contract demands, and after 7 years in the West Midlands, Garlick moved on to a role with the Premier League and became the first ever director of football for the EPL. Garlick's responsibilities with the Premier League were wide-ranging. He oversaw the youth department, connecting with academies and managing competitions from under-9 level through to under-23s. Garlick also had a role in implementing the elite player performance plan, as well as developing coaching pathways for up-and-coming young coaches. However, the consensus among club officials is that Garlick showed his true value when the COVID pandemic struck. Garlick was initially involved in conversations with Arsenal around head coach Mikel Arteta's COVID-19 diagnosis, as well as the subsequent decision to postpone the Premier League season for what turned out to be 3 months. Later on, Garlick played an important role in Project Restart, in which he helped instigate the return of English football during the midst of the pandemic. All in all, Garlick's important role with the Premier League has seen him become a familiar and popular face among Premier League executives. He is well known to owners, chairmen, and chief executives all around the league. This will be crucial at Arsenal. While Edu, Arteta, and Ventatesham are all on the inexperienced side, Garlick brings much needed experience and connections to the football club. Moreover, from a political perspective, Garlick's arrival at Arsenal is very timely. Arsenal's decision to join the breakaway Super League did not play well with the other 14 Premier League clubs, who were not involved. It is understood that Chief Executive Vinai Ventatesham made individual calls to his 14 counterparts across the country, apologizing for the club's part. But there are still many lingering quarrels that require healing. Arsenal have already announced that Garlick will help manage their relationships with football's governing bodies, including the Premier League, where quite fortunately he used to work. However, in the minds of Arsenal supporters, it is the contractual component of Garlick's talents that they will be most focused on. While Edu and Arteta's roles will be identifying talent, the identification of talent is only worth so much if you cannot strike a deal to get those talents to play for you. Edu has made it no secret that it is his desire to be the football point of contact at Arsenal. If players or clubs have an inquiry related to transfers, he wants that information to go through him. However, at what point does Garlick become involved? Those who encountered Garlick at West Brom found him to be a brilliant and confident negotiator, but will he get an opportunity to do the talking at Arsenal? These are all important questions that will most likely be answered this summer. The key, of course, will be collaboration. It's all about trust between executives. Garlick must trust Edu to do his job, and more importantly, Edu must trust Garlick to do his. They each have their individual talents and must trust each other to fulfill their individual roles. Without a doubt, there's a big summer ahead and much business for Arsenal to conduct. It seems that for now at least, Edu and Garlick will have to feel out their dynamic on the job and more importantly, begin to put in place the structure to lead Arsenal out of their Great Depression and begin to build towards a better future at Arsenal Football Club.